Hey everyone, today we're talking about nutrient burn and what to do if you have it. This curling leaf is an indicator to me that I'm giving this plant too much nutrients. It's planted in LECA. I have it on a recirculating system, watering every few days, and I've been testing the different levels of LECA fertilizer that this plant in particular can take. But my first indicator that I'm giving it too much food is these curled leaf tips. The dead giveaway is this burned leaf tip actually. So the reason why I am giving this plant so much food is because I'm trying to grow it faster. I'm trying to pump it with a ton of light and a ton of air and get it to photosynthesize faster. Simply a Monstera deliciosa can handle this level of nutrients, but this philodendron strawberry shake cannot. So once you notice you have leaf tip burn, what you want to do is straight away rinse the media, so in this case it's LECA, with just fresh water. Cleanse it out of all the rocks of the salt, that mineral buildup. So really just as simple as pouring just tap water or regular filtered water over the media to cleanse the rocks of all that mineral buildup. So the average plant person isn't going to really deal with leaf tip burn unless you're pushing your inorganic fertilizers really high. This can happen with Miracle-Gro, can happen with LECA nutrients. Just to give you perspective, I'm using our LECA AB fertilizer at I think like 15 and 30 per gallon just to see where the limits are. And again, each plant is different. So on this Albo, I'm not getting any leaf tip burn, and that might be because of all the white on the plant. I'm not exactly sure, but it really depends species and genus by genus. I've found that Monstera can actually handle a lot more fertilizer than philodendron in general. Also, leaf tip burn is particular again to chemical nutrients. So if you're fertilizing with organic nutrients, which we do a lot of in our soil systems, leaf tip burn and overfeeding your plants is not common. It actually is almost impossible depending on the fertilizer, but that's because all the bacteria, fungi, and microbes in your soil break down that nutrient slowly and slowly release it to your root system. Whereas when we're adding our nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and all our nutrients to our plant, it's directly hitting those roots and has an ability to burn them. Just as another example, this little wiggle I'm seeing in this Monstera leaf, the new one coming out, this is a brand new cutting. Giving it a ton of nutrients right off the bat has given it a little bit of a wiggle in the leaf. It hasn't yet burned it, but it's telling me that I'm doing a little bit too much with the nutrients, so I need to pull that back. It's another thing when you're bringing a cutting from not having any nutrients, being in just water, to having nutrients, you kind of want to stair step it up to that, and I didn't do that here. That was my mistake, and that's why I'm seeing a little bit of that wiggle in this new leaf coming out. And again, on this Anthurium besseae, totally fine with that level of nutrients, that higher level. So depending on the plant, it's just going to really depend on what it likes and what it prefers. And how I know it's fine with it is this leaf came out beautiful and healthy. And if anything, at the very tip, the edge of the plant, you can see a slight burn. That just means I'm slightly over my threshold of what this plant needs. And again, when I'm pounding them with this much light, they need a lot more nutrients or else they are going to suffer from chlorosis. They're going to get that yellowing veination throughout the plant. But again, it's going to be species by species dependent. You have to test things out. You have to try which levels they prefer. But once you get the level dialed in, you can kind of hold it right at that number. A good rule of thumb is to just rinse out your LECA vase, rinse out your reservoir, do a water change, and go back to those safe levels after you've rinsed out the media of all those salts that were built up. And of course, technically speaking, this could be leading to a pH issue, but if you're using a LECA balanced nutrient and just mixing at the exact ratios, that should not be a problem. In almost all cases, tip burn or nutrient burn is because of too much nutrients you're giving the plant. If I can ask you guys for one thing, it would be to please click the subscribe button down below. We've been making videos every Saturday for about 55, 60 weeks or so, all about houseplants, all about LECA, tropicals, all different types of rare plants and how to grow them. Our goal here is just to teach you guys more about how to grow rare, fun versions of houseplants yourself. So please, if you would, hit the subscribe button and click the like button too if you're down there. It really helps us out. It's free to you and helps us out a lot. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next Saturday for another video on houseplants.